there only all changes will be made to a quality system. Then it will be thoroughly tested in the quality system. Only after successful testing, everything works fine. Then they will move the changes to production system. Because what happens is production system means already it's a live system. So already business is running on that system. If by any chance, if they're making any changes in the production system directly, it would might go on affect the existing report or something. If there is any code changes done without, it will directly affect the business. It might have adverse impact. So no changes will be done on a production system directly. So what will be done is changes will be done on development, move to quality, then it will be tested in quality, then it will be moved to production. So we define how, what kind of client is this, like something like a development client means. Here you can, here they have mentioned, here they have mentioned this, if there can be any changes allowed in this system. Here if you see, they have mentioned changes to repository and cross client allowed. Here automatic recording of changes. This is, since this is development system, here they mention changes to repository and cross client allowed. It means you can do some modifications in the system. You can change the report. You can do some customization, something. But if you put this option, no changes to repository and cross client, it means system is locked to for any changes. Usually production system will be having this setting, no changes allowed. Means there cannot be any changes made to the production system. I'll open a production system and show you. See, the left one is a development system. Here you see the settings is like changes to repository and cross client allowed. But in a production system, it will be like there is no changes allowed. Even here also no changes allowed. So I cannot make any changes. If you see here, I'll show you an example. Here I can create a new client. If I go to edit mode, I'm going to edit mode. Now I can create new entries and I can create a new client. But the same thing I cannot do it in the production system. If I go to edit mode, I can see if I click new entries, it will not. So I don't have authorization, but usually it would say you cannot make any changes in this system because it's a production system. You cannot do any modification. It would give an error. So if they want to do some modifications to some configuration or report, you have to do it only in the development system. Then you have to move it to quality, then to production. How you move it quality, that I think that is coming in a different chapter. We call it as a transport. I think this is called transport management. This is how we define how we want to move the changes, whichever you do it in development to production. So what here you want to tell is client is something called an individual business unity, and here we can define what this client is for, like what how we define this client, we can define it here. So going back to the original one topic, just client. So when you install a client, there will be something only like a 000 client. By default, it will be there. So if you want to create a new client, you have to just create an entry here. I'll go to change mode and I'll create a new entry. So what is the, I'll create a client number. I can choose a number. I can give some description. How I want to define this client, I'll create it. So once I create the client, it will just have a empty, you're just creating a empty kind of container. You're just creating a container when you create an entry here. So once that is created, I have to fill up entries, and I have to bring the all customization to this client. Whatever is there as in this reference client, I have to bring this to my new client. For that, what you will do is you have to do a client copy. So there is a T code called SCCL. Here, what we do is we'll choose a source client. So it will be usually my 000 client. Then I'll give. Okay, I'll tell you something. Or we'll do it. We'll do it in a sandbox. So that's. So we'll do everything, client create, deletion, everything. I'll do it in a sandbox. Sandbox system is like to do some R&D. So the sandbox system is just for doing some R&D. Okay.
Prasanna, can you please explain the client in simple words?
1 minute. Okay. Client is a individual business entity. Okay. A business entity is something like. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you an example. Okay, I'll tell you an example. Assume there is a. Assume this system is for Ashok Leyland. Ashok Leyland, you know, this largest transport manufacturer. So this system is built for Ashok Leyland purpose, and they have this client. They are using this 200 client for logging for doing the business transaction. So here, what they will define everything. What are the plans they have? They have multiple factories in multiple locations. Like that, they call it as a plant in SAP terms. So they have multiple plans. They have multiple business units. Everything they define it here. Now they are acquiring a new company or something. They are partnering with something called a John Deere. That is the Ashok Leyland partner. So they now John Deere is something like a completely different business unit. So far, John Deere is a different business, completely separate company. But now they are doing some joint venture. They partnered with them. So now they want to include that business also into this SAP system, but they want to keep that entity as a separate one. They don't want to mix it with Ashok Leyland. So what they will do is, if they create this 200 client is for Ashok Leyland, right? Now they will create a new client called that is specifically for John Deere John Deere. So what will happen is Ashok Leyland users will log into this 200 client and run those business, and John Deere John Deere person will be logging into 300 client. So whatever changes you do in data is there in 200, it will not be visible in 300. Similarly, what is there in 300 will not be visible to 200. So we can separately manage like users. Even though the system is same, we can like the Ashok Leyland users will be logging in only to 200 client. So the John Deere client users will be logging only to 300 client. They cannot see the data whichever is there in a different client. It's something like that. It's like a so even though the reason why we create a different clients is we don't want to mix up the Ashok Leyland data with John Deere data. So it will be something like a individual entities. It's something like a individual systems.
Okay.
One option is to go for a separate system itself. But if that is not feasible, if they want to reduce cost, they can go with a different client in the same system.
Okay.
So this is a sandbox system. If I go, that's only like one client. Now, if I want to create a new client, what I'll go is, I'll go to change mode. I'll add a new entity. I'm just 300. Just telling it's a training client. Client role, I'm just saying something training. Here I can tell whether I can allow the system to make changes. By default, yes, it will allow me to make changes. Now I'm saving this. Now I have now just created a container. You see, you will see a new entry here. It's just a container. Nothing will be there inside that container. My see 200 I have a user client, but 300 nothing will be there. So what I have to do is first I have to log when a empty client is created, there will be a default user that will be there, which can be used to log into that client. That is called SAP star user. So I'm now logged into this 300 client. If you see here, there will be not be any that if I go to, if I see the, I'm just going to SU01 here. If I see if there are any users, there will not be any users or anything. It will be something like a blank. There is no user. Nothing will be there. Just an empty container is there. So first I want to fill this client with the necessary data, like a customizing data, everything I have to fill this client with. So what I'll do is I'll do a client copy, SCCL. So this is the transaction to do a client copy. So you see the target is I have to log into this client and I creating it 300. I'll decide from which client I want to copy it from. If I want to create a blank system, I will copy from 000. 000 is for just for reference SAP client. So nothing will be there in this 000. But if I want to like already I have some data in 200, I just want to create a copy. Maybe see if for training purpose, I want to like I have four batches of training and I want to have a similar data and I'm already having a reference client. So then I will use something like a 200 client if I want to copy, because 200 there is already some data they're already created earlier. If I want to bring the data also, I'll have to create 200, or I just a blanks. I want a blank client, I'll copy 000. Source client user masters. Like if I want to copy the user as well from any of the clients, if you log into 200 client, there are already like users created. It's like my user, everything is there. So instead of what I can do is in this new client, I can create the users manually, or I can just bring all the users data also from this 200 client or any other client. I can choose it, test run. And when I schedule it, when I start immediately schedule it, it will start copying the content from the other client to this new client. So it will take some, based on the amount of data, it will run for like 2 hours, 3 hours, something it will take run. So once that is done, you can log into this 300 client.
Krishna, please explain this source client user master because it is yes.
Okay, source client. See, there are when you install a new system, there will not be any client. Only 000 client will be there. Okay, so I will not be having any other option other than to choose a 000 on a new system. So I'll use 000 and I'll copy the customizing data to the new whichever client I have created. But when I create subsequent clients, because already now there is a 200 client where there is data, and if I want to create like 300, 400, 500 client, now I can choose if I want to have this client as something like a new system, vanilla system, I will choose the 000 client. But some other cases, no, I do. I want to bring the data which is already there in 200 client also. Assume there is some development done on 200 client, and I want to do some testing without disturbing the 200 client. Because when I want, because 200 they are doing some development. When I parallelly do some testing, I will be corrupting their data. So I don't want to disturb their data. So there is a separate room to do for testing. What they will do is they will just copy the everything from 200 client. When I give 200, it will copy everything from the 200 client to this new 300 client. Then once everything is copied, I will play with in 300. I will do some modification, test the data, everything I will do it, so that whatever I do, modifications I do will not affect the whatever a development person is doing. So this depends like from where I want to copy the data from. This user master is, if you see here, I have logged into 200 client, right? If I see how many users are there, see there are already like 116 users are out there in this 200 client. So see, since in 300 currently there is no user created. Nobody can log in. One option is I have to go to this SU01. I have to create all these 300 users individually. Or what I can do is instead of creating users, I can tell already in this 200 client, I have the list, set of users already available. What I can tell is just bring this user from this 200 client to this new 300 client. I can even, it's not necessary both should be having similar. I can say I don't want to bring any data, means I'll use just I'm creating a new system as a copy as 000 client. So there will not be any data will be coming. But I just want the user records to be created in this 000 client. I don't want to create the users manually again. So I'll tell just copy the users from 200 client or some from a different client. So this option you have.
Okay. So source client is used for copying the data, and source client user master is used when we want to copy the users from particular from particular client or target client. Okay.
And user, even the what data we want to copy, we have something called a selected profile. If you see this, now it is chosen as SAP all. It means everything, it will copy all customizing data from my source client to target. But if I don't want those, only I want to copy a selected list of data, then I can just choose this option. I only want to copy some customizing data, or only like profiles and roles I want to copy from. So that option we can choose. That is this will be usually given based on the business requirement, why they want to create a new client for, and based on this, this will be decided. So, but usually when we create a new system, we will use SAP all only. So once this is done, when we schedule it, it will run for like 2-3 hours, and it will copy all the data. Now I don't want to run because assume that it is run. So first, at some point of time, I want to delete this client. So what I'll do is I can, if I have 2 clients, I want to delete all the. Okay, I'll tell you one more thing. I told you before. All data in SAP will be stored in a table. Everything, whatever is there, it will be stored in a table. If you see, I'll show you. If you see, this is a T code, and you see the client. This would be in the background. If you see, this would be stored in a table. I can that table will be T000 table. If I just click, this will be this is a table, and these are the columns. When I just click execute, it will list all the columns, whatever is there in that columns in that table. So this is a table. So whatever data is there, it will be backend, it will be stored in a table, which the table will reside in a database. So if you similarly, if I want to see the user master record, there is a table USR02. This table has detail of all the users in the system. Okay, so it will have details of all the users. In all the SAP table, there will be a column named MANDT. MANDT. This is called the client details. It will have the client details. So if you see here, you see there is entry called 200. Okay, here there is an entry called 200. So how so the even though we have different clients, but the backend table will be, there will be only single backend table. If you take a user master table, there will be only T000 table. If you create a user in 200 client or you create a user in 300 client, this table will be, this detail will be, data will be stored only in USR02 table. But how does SAP recognize in 200 client, I have to display only 200 data. In 300 client, I have to display only 300 data. That is done by this column. So for all the tables, there will be a column named MANDT. So in this MANDT, whenever new entry is created, it will create an entry from which client it is created. So this entry was created in 200 client. So it will be creating this kind of entry. So whenever a SAP, when you log into 200 client and you read SAP or you read some data, it will display only the rows belonging to this 200 client. You cannot see the entries about different client in 300. If the same thing, I go and see, I log into 300 client and I go and see 16 same T code, same table. If I run, it will say there are no entries because there is no entry for 300 row. But the same thing, if I go and see in the at the database level, let me log into the database level. Okay, for your example, I'm creating a temporary user here. In 300 client, I'm creating a new user. Okay, test user.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Actually, your screen is not moving. I think it's got freezed.
Okay, I'll share it again. Okay, it's not showing because I've not yet copied anything data, so it's a blank. Okay, it's okay. Okay, we leave this 300 client. I will log into 000 client and show you.
Prasanna, your screen is not visible yet.
Is it okay, visible now?
Yeah, yeah. It is visible. Wait a minute.
Okay. See, I'm taking example of 200 client and 000 client. See, this is the same system, ES1 system. I logged into 200 client. I logged into 000 client. So both I'm execute. Yes, yeah.
I think okay, okay. Now it got visible. I don't know what my system has some issue or what. Okay, okay, go on.
Okay, and this is 200 client on the left and 100 client, 000 client on the right. Both are the same system. I'm displaying the same USR02 table and same USR02 table. Here on 200 client, it will only display me whatever entries is that is assigned to the that was created in the 200 client, similar to the similarly in 000 client. How SAP identifies it based on the this column MANDT. This MANDT has the client where this entry is created. So as you see, when you log into 000, you cannot see the entries for the other client. But if you I'll show you log into the database and see. So I'll show you even where it resides. If you see, okay.
And again, we have created the client name 300. So can you please show us the content that it will get copied or not?
One minute. We'll connect to some other system which is already connected.